We start this month in Cape Town with a visit to the Camps Bay home of 2007 Rugby World Cup winning Springbok and SA Rugby Centurion, Percy Montgomery. Monty, as he's known, has created a special museum in his home with personal memorabilia spanning his entire rugby career, starting from his school days.
Hey guys, welcome to my house. Come check out my rugby museum. We got old Smitty, my ball holder, in one of the test games against the All Blacks, and then we got Fred all the way from Namibia. There's my dad's jersey I gave to him before the 2007 World Cup. These are my school days at Sax. They're playing SA Schools with Joe Gillingham against the Nampak team, playing against Bishops, Sax vs Bishops, David van Ooselen. And yeah, my first team full colours blazers, rugby and water polo. Great memories at Sax, and that's where it all started, eh? And there's a good old Super Springbok, the old leather ball. This is my first try at Newlands with the SA Schools team. I suppose I'm a bit of a hoarder, but I think a lot goes to my mom and dad. I think they just kept everything. I would just play and I just kept it in the garage. And they just after my career, I had this big collection of jerseys and pictures. So, you know, when I moved into my 15 views penthouse here, I decided, no, let's do a little museum. Got a bit of staircase going up, which is actually worked out perfect. And I get to rent the penthouse once in a while and get to stay here and enjoy the beautiful view. Yes, well, coming from Walfish Bay, a little town in Namibia, I didn't have. We weren't poor, but we weren't rich as well. And I came in from nothing, and obviously I got a scholarship to go to Sax. And my dream was always, obviously, to play for the Springboks from 9 years old, and after to have a house on the beach and a place where I can surf. And yeah, I just put my head down and worked hard, really hard, and achieved my dream, becoming a Springbok and getting a house on the beach, luckily. And having a place to surf. So I'm playing touch rugby on the beach on Wednesdays and Saturdays, which is great. British and Irish Lions, we're all looking forward to the tour this year. Here's my first test match. It was against British Irish Lions at Durban. Gary Teichman as captain and playing against Jeremy Gascott. Unfortunately, we lost the series, but it was an awesome experience. Here's my Springbok blazer, my first test cap, and here's the Springbok Code of Honour. And here's the Tri-Nations, old Mr. Frank Bunce jersey and Jason Little, when I was still at number 13, and then eventually moved to fullback, which we eventually had success of winning the Tri-Nations '98, and yeah, it's good memories. So it all starts from Western Province, going through my career, right? From my first test match with the British and Irish Lions, going to winning the Currie Cups, and then yeah, getting my 100th test match, meeting Mr. Mandela, winning the World Cup, and yeah, retiring, and even playing overseas, Perpignan, Newport, jerseys, the clubs. Great experiences in my career. Yeah, to a few trophies, and yeah, and I'm here in my penthouse. This is one of my special moments, holding up that Tri-Nations trophy, and obviously getting given this All Black cap. It's the 50th Test match played against the All Blacks, and we actually beat them that day at Wellington. Yeah, great memory, 1998. I think the first one would be right in the beginning, when I see that Super Springbok, the old leather ball. I think the game's changed, the ball's changed, we've all changed, the rules have changed. So, but that Super Springbok, that old Super Springbok, when I smell that leather, and I can see that because I used to kick that ball 80 meters, but obviously that ball used to get waterlogged, so we had to dub in it. But times have changed. And obviously coming back from Wales to the Sharks, I was there for a while with Dick Meir, bringing me back. Great memories of the Sharks. Unfortunately, we missed out on the final, losing the final to the Bulls. But great memories in Durban. And behind me is some collection of my boots. The old famous white boots. Remember, Colour Sports was the first guy. I was the second guy to wear white boots. Maybe I was a bit ahead of my time with all the different colour boots. Yeah, I think looking back at 2007 World Cup, it wasn't. I look back 4 years before when Jake White went to Wales and had a meeting with me and called me in and said, I want you back for the World Cup. That was 4 years back, before the World Cup. And I just said, Jake, show me your squad first before I come back. He said, well, he showed me the squad, and it was basically the squad that played the final. It's a lot of, I think it's consistency was the biggest thing. And I remember Jake saying, this is what I want you. You're a senior player in the team, and I want you there, obviously, for your kicking. I want you 80–90%, and kicking. Old saying, Nas Buddha says, kicking wins test matches, and we saw 100 Pollard. I mean, what a big role he played in that World Cup final, the last World Cup final, the South Africa win under Rassie Erasmus, and then it's a good example. The last World Cup team, they had to lose to be able to win. Those big scores that they lost, Rassie said to him, let it sink in your subconscious. You're not going to fall back on that. And those players looked at that Chasing Sun. What an awesome documentary on the Springboks. And Rassie was right. You've got to lose to be able to win. And they won the World Cup. I actually betted on them. And so way before, months before, and I backed the Boks all the way. And they did us proud.
The Grand Dame of Rugby Stadia in South Africa, Newlands, holds many special memories for Monty.
And one of my most cherished moments in my life when I got my 100th test. But got to get to 50 first to get to 100.
Monty also has a website showcasing his memorabilia.
I've actually got a lot of memorabilia. Obviously the stuff that's not hanging up. My opponent that I exchanged jerseys with, I got quite a few jerseys, boots, balls, and I decided, why? Obviously, I got the whole memorabilia here, Rugby Museum, and I want people to see it. That's why I rent it out at times for people to come in and experience the Springbok lifestyle. And the rest of the stuff I'm trying to put online, so there's no point sitting in the cupboard. Let people enjoy it and celebrate.
Monty is also a big supporter and ambassador for several charity organisations around the world.
Getting involved in charities, helping those in need, which is great. And I think, that's one thing Western Province and SA Rugby taught me. We even did it at the Sharks as well, wherever club you're at. And it's important to give back. And that's what we learn. We're very privileged, that little few of professional rugby players to play for your country. And you get advantage. I've travelled the world. And the only thing when you retire is to give back. I think it's part of your system. It's part of your nature. You have to do that. Your duty. It's been a really tough year for everyone, But I think the most important thing is goal setting. Set yourself goals, realistic goals, short and long-term goals, and because the goal setting never changes. It never stops. You just keep setting yourself goals. And this is Monty Bay. Awesome day today. I can see the surf's up, so I might catch a little wave. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for sharing your magical memories, Monty.